so quick overview while I've got the mic running, just in case. Quick overview of stuff. 1650 cc's,
Yeah, 1650.
massive V4,
180.
baby LS engine essentially.
Baby block.
Okay.
We call it the baby block.
Got it.
Essentially, Corvette LS base motor, shrunk it down and split in half.
Okay.
Even uses Delphi electronics and fuel injection, just like the Corvette.
Okay. This is without question the most expensive motorcycle I've ever ridden. So $39,000, Brembo front and rear, Akrapovic cans, carbon fiber, BST wheels, Sargent seat, comes with side cases, Helix bars?
Helibar.
Okay.
And the other options are Rizoma.
Rizoma. Full Öhlins front and rear.
RCS pumps from Brembo. Nick Sturdy front cartridge.
Okay. And then does this have
rear?
Okay.
Clearwater LEDs.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean they use some of the top-notch components.
Sounds like it. All right, man. I'll be back in a bit.
Enjoy.
Thank you. This is the scariest thing that I've ever done. Wow, it pulls away so well. Oh, this is a strange sensation. I think I always say that, but this is really different. Wow. Oh my God. That has so much torque. Wow. Oh my God. Put that up. Fully adjustable windscreen. Okay, I owe you guys a intro. Yo, what is up guys? DukeOfDC here and welcome to another video. I am on a Motus MST R. I'm floored. This is, first and foremost, this is the most expensive motorcycle that I have ever ridden. At $39,000. $39,000. Oh, I am so scared. I will be taking it. Not only is it extraordinarily expensive, but it also only has 24 miles on it. So, of course, you got to take it relatively easy. It's in its break-in period. And at this price, you know, it's a demo bike, yes, but still, respect. Respect. We are sitting on 1650 cc's of V-twin. They call this the baby block. It's essentially half of an LS motor. Everything about this bike is unreal to me. Front and rear Öhlins. Let me back it up a little bit and give you guys just some information that you're gonna need here. So this is like the craziest bike I've ever read about or at this point have ridden. It is the birth of a gentleman, two guys from Alabama. One had the money, the other had the experience in the motorcycle industry with Confederate motorcycles. I don't have their names in the top of my head right now. I'm sorry. I'm gonna link a lot of literature about Motus and some other reviews from Cycle World down below. Please go read about them. It is a fascinating company. I mean, you want to talk about guys that love motorcycles, that are building motorcycles for people that love riding? That's Motus. That's exactly what this company is. Oh my God. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Sweet Alabama baby Jesus. Dude, it has so much torque. It is like oozing torque. Oh my God. Now what is this person doing? Alright, so two good old Alabama boys come together in 2009, 2010, around that time period, and decide that they want to start up a motorcycle company. They want to make their own motorcycles. Fast forward 7 years, and there are about 175 of these on the road. They are incredible. The story behind them is just as fascinating as what they are I mean, these are two guys who I think have done one of the smartest things when it comes to motorcycle manufacturing. They haven't reinvented the wheel. Literally, they have BST carbon fiber wheels on this bike as an option. They have Öhlins front and rear. They've got Brembo brakes. They basically took all of the really incredible stuff that's already out there, a Krapovich cans, and then they machined everything else. I mean, you can see machining marks on the triple clamp. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's a Sargent seat that I'm sitting on that narrows greatly in the front and then widens out in the rear. So if I want, I sit back here and I'm in this kind of cup, this ass cup. That's, I mean, it's just as comfortable as anything you could ever imagine on a touring bike. It has these, I believe they're called Healy bars, which Sam from Battley say. By the way, Battley, thank you guys so much. And that being said, if y'all are interested in this Motus or any Motus information, go to Battley. I am like 99.9% sure they're the only dealership in the area that are providing kind of anything about Motuses. So they've got this demo, the MST R. They had one before that I believe they've already sold, and I'm sure they could get you one if you were interested in buying. But I mean, this has all of these amazing components on it, and then this ridiculous 1650cc V4. Oh! We just went and did a little jump. The bike didn't go, I just went up. And that's a testament to how good this suspension is. That would have wrecked me on the S1000RR, and possibly still on my KTM Super Duke, even with the WP suspension. And that's because this is Öhlins. This is some really good Öhlins suspension. It sounds incredible. I mean, the feel is of this torque monster. Let's talk about creature comforts real quick, because a bike like this at $39,000 is almost meant to do it all. So you've got heated grips, you've got a heated seat, you have a fully adjustable windscreen, you have cruise control. If I was to use it, it's this button over here. It's the start button, which is down below, not the red one. I can put cruise control on. I can kind of sit back in my Sargent seat with some warm factors going on and just be comfy. Hit the highway for as long as my heart desires. On that creature comforts note, it does not have ABS, it does not have traction control, and it does not have rider modes. This has got to be one of the purest motorcycles that I have ever ridden. Nowadays, every motorcycle that's coming out, damn near every motorcycle that's coming out, has some form of a rider aid. And I'm certainly not saying that that's a bad thing. But for someone who might be looking for the purest in motorcycle riding, this is it. I mean, this is it. We're talking like 160 horsepower and 123 pound-feet of torque in a big gnarling V4 engine that weighs 550 pounds wet. That to me is a shockingly low factor. 550 pounds in something that has a 4-cylinder 1650cc engine. You hear that and you immediately think, oh, okay, 650, 700 pounds. You know, you take a look at it, you think it's gonna weigh a whole bunch, but it's got carbon fiber bodywork all over the place. It has this beautiful trellis frame that I'll show you guys when I do my little walk around. It has a TFT display. It has the outlet for power. There's not much on this bike that I would want to add to it. It seems to have everything that has been thought out. And then that being said, I bet the first thing you think is, all right, $39,000, it must be a maintenance pig. It must be something that would cost me an arm and a leg to take in and get serviced. The good old Alabama boys, being good old Alabama boys, built this bike so that it was easy to work on, so that it was easy to service, so that you could take it to a Napa or something, you know, of that similar service style and change parts out. The alternators from a Honda, the engine and everything that moves is easily accessible. There aren't a ton of fairings that are covering up any of the working parts. It's chain-driven bike, so that's fairly easy to maintain. Just wow. We've got Brembo master cylinder for the brake. We have a hydraulically actuated clutch. It feels really insane. I mean, I come from a KTM 1290 Super Duke R. We're talking a 1301cc, 440-pound monster of a bike. It is a torque machine. And yet this has me almost lost for words in the torque department. If you can believe that, I know. It's very surprising that yours truly would be lost for words. Oh. I am so grateful to be given this opportunity. I really am. If anybody from Motus watches this video, thank you. I just genuinely want to thank you for building something like this, because talk about starting a company in one of the most financially dangerous times that we've had in ages, right? We're going through a recession as a country, and these two guys decide that they want to build a bike for the people, by the people. And that's exactly what they did. Just wow. The front wheel feels very light when you give it just the littlest bit of gas in first and second gear. You know, you start getting higher up into the rev range and it just wants to go. It just pulls and pulls and pulls. I can't even imagine what this would feel like at higher speeds. That being said, you guys are gonna have to you know, bear with me on this test ride. This is the most expensive bike I've ever ridden. It's very rare, and I don't want to do anything malicious to it in any way, shape, or form, or even put myself into a situation that could possibly be more dangerous than if I'm just, you know, tooling around a little bit. So we're not going to do any crazy high-speed stuff. However, this bike did set speed records at Bonneville for its engine configuration, which is another extraordinarily impressive fact. It's one impressive thing after the other with this, I swear. The windscreen is providing extraordinarily sufficient protection for me. I'm getting little to no buffeting on my helmet or around the sides of my head. Like, the sergeant seat is beyond comfortable. I'm sitting up kind of further onto it because I'm in a more, I would say, aggressive stance. I'm just ready for whatever is coming my way. But if I was on the highway, I was cruising, there wasn't much traffic, I'd be sitting back into the pocket like this and just enjoying the ride. Probably have the heated seat function on. It's a beautiful day today, so I don't really need that. These handlebars are infinitely adjustable, is what I was told. And of course, you look at them and you think, yep, these are definitely infinitely adjustable. They look like they can be moved forward, side to side. You can have them farther out, you can have them closer in. For the money, I'd say that this bike is trying to do the impossible, and that's be a one-stop shop for everything. And it's doing a really good job right now. I mean, because let's be honest, right? Sport touring bikes these days are usually a little bit more for touring. They sacrifice some stuff in the sport department. And then sport bikes, of course, aren't hardly ever made for touring. They're made for very sporty riding. So they're sacrificing things in the comfort department. This bike is not sacrificing anything from a comfort perspective. I feel extraordinarily comfortable. It doesn't appear to be sacrificing anything from a sporty perspective. You know, that being said, will it handle as well as an S1000RR would, which is the bike I just rode here today? No, it can't. I mean, it doesn't have the same geometry or the clip-ons, but will it handle 90+% the same given an adequate rider? Yes, absolutely yes. And these BST carbon fiber wheels, they just make the bike feel ridiculously flickable. I mean, we're talking that, what is it, unladen weight is dropped significantly. Wow. Wow. All right, so if that's not a testament to wind protection, I don't know what is. I'm sitting here in the middle of the windscreen and you can hear nothing. You hear that? And let's go up. There's some buffeting there. So if you wanted to, you could get your head down below it. Let's see. Click that down a little bit. That being said, there's no wind on my chest. There's no wind on my shoulders. And that's where you're going to get a lot more strain than on the helmet. Woo, baby. Wow. I think 5.5 gallon tank. I'm not sure what the mileage is like on one of these. That being said, it's a big V4, so maybe not the best mileage in the world, but I don't think that you're gonna buy this bike or worry about your fuel economy. You're spending 39 grand. I wanna go this way. I am definitely getting pulled over right now. For a V4, it doesn't have as much engine braking as you would think there would be. In fact, I kind of like it. You can come to a stop a little bit more naturally than on some bikes that I've been on that just like, you come off throttle and the thing just, it buries you forward. And that could also be a testament of the suspension just being so ridiculously good. It's got so much power. So much power. Wow, just wow. You know what, I'm gonna say this first and foremost, it looks a billion times better in person than it does in pictures. I know a lot of you who are very like traditional super sport fans are not gonna find this to be very appealing, but I, someone who is non-discriminant when it comes to motorcycles, think that it is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look, first off, look at this. This is it. This is 2 cylinders of the massive 1650cc twin with some, you know, beautiful chrome header covers going into these Akrapovic carbon fiber cans in the back. You've got the Öhlins rear shock and suspension unit. You've got the Öhlins front forks, the Brembo brakes. These are the Healy bars. God, if I'm getting that wrong, I'm so sorry. And then look at this. You can see little touches like that, little machined in Motus insignias. Here's their little brand. Kind of cool, like a, I don't know if it's a bat. It looks like a bat. The Sergeant seat. This is what I was talking about. So one of the more fascinating things about this bike is that the owners are very different sizes. One of them is 6'1", the other is about 5'5". So this bike fits people from that range, right? In the low 5 feet or mid 5 feet up to much taller 6 foot plus people. Because look, when you get on it, this narrow little chunk right here allows me to get my feet down very, very comfortably. And yet when I get going, if I'm not in a very sporty mood, I can move back into this pocket and just have massive amounts of comfort. Now for a taller rider, you could just start off back here. You wouldn't have to always be kind of clenched in like that, which is a shorter rider's my deal. Goodness gracious. This particular model at $39,000 does come with side cases. They're sitting at the dealership now. I just didn't want to take them with me and they already had them off the bike. It has this beautiful trellis frame. Here are the BST. Just, like, honestly, these are arousing. BST carbon fiber wheels. Beautiful. That's an option right there. Auxiliary lights. Here's what it looks like from the front. Pretty, you know, pretty straightforward kind of. It's got the Battley sticker on there. Again, thank you guys, Battley Cycles. Go check them out. Link in the description below. They have this bike up for sale, and it is a demo, so come take it for a test ride. Experience the glory that I am getting to experience today. This, I'm like so flippin' excited. It kind of looks like a bagger bike. You know what I mean? Like a VFR or even BMW's new bagger that's coming out. Wow, I'm so flipping happy. Guys, holy crap. This is a dream come true. I mean, riding bikes like this, getting these opportunities, this is amazing. I am so incredibly thankful and so happy to be here and delivering this video for you guys. Alright guys, I am heading back to Battley right now to drop off this Motus. Like I said, nothing crazy. I'm not pushing this bike to any of its limits. It is without question the most expensive motorcycle I've ever ridden at just south of $40,000. That being said, it's one of the best experiences I've had on a motorcycle. It is certainly one of the most special. I will remember this for a long time to come. I hope that someone on the Motus marketing train sees this and we get to do more, because exceptional machine, guys. You have built something absolutely incredible from the ground up, against all odds. That is what I'm talking about. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Go check out all of the information I've put in the description about Battley, about Motus, about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Subscribe, please, to this channel if you are new. I am back. As you can see, I've been doing videos a lot more frequently. It is springtime. This is possibly one of my first ride and reviews of the season, and I'm so excited to be here and be making videos. Yeah, and as always, guys, I will see you on the next one. Peace! That shit's crazy.